Hello and welcome to the channel everybody, I'm Jason Storm, and in this video I want to test out a theory. Now a few weeks ago we did what is the fastest car in Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I took every car around the Nürburgring in a 10-minute hot stint, and the results was the Porsche was the fastest with the fastest lap time of 1 minute 59.238 and a race time of doing 6 laps in 11 minutes 59 seconds .109. Now on the other end of the scale, the two cars that were by far off the Porsche's pace was the Audi R8 and the Lexus RSF. The Lexus RSF, the fastest lap time I could do on that with the safe setup, which is the same as I used as all the other cars, was at 202.835, and the race time was 5 laps in 10 minutes 17 seconds .271. And my comments on that were understeer plus oversteer and had to drive like cold tires. So today I want to see, is it the car or is it the setup? For me, the Porsche drove perfectly. It just works to my particular driving style, and the Lexus was far from it. So what happens when I take the Lexus, change the setup to be more to my liking? Can I beat the Porsche? Well, let's find out. Okay, now in Assetto Corsa Competizione in Nürburgring. Now last time we used the safe setup on this car, which just didn't work on this track. It's terrible. Now, I started off with the aggressive setup, and then I changed it a little bit. And I'll show you the changes that I made. Increased the negative camber. Will it use tyres? Yes. I increased the PSI of the tyres because we were running cold tyres effectively. They were a little bit too low on the PSI on the safe setup on this track. Electronics I did not touch. That I did not touch. Mechanical grip I didn't really touch that much. I think I decreased the anti-roll bar 1 click, and I decreased the preload on the differential a little bit. Dampers I didn't touch. Aero, I decreased the ride height both front and rear a little bit, and I decreased the amount of wing, and I decreased the brake ducts 1 click. So not a major change, just a small change to try and get the car to handle the way I wanted it to. Is there more time in this setup? Probably. Do I care? Not really. Let's just give this a shot on a basic change just to get it to my style and see what we can do. Ooh, yeah. Come on. Gotta beat that Porsche. Come on. Oh, I was probably pushing a little bit too much under cold tires there. That was bad. Oh, nice little cut there. Oh, come on, turn. Tires are still pretty cold, especially left front. That was a 2 minute, 0.9. Much faster than before. Oh, bit of oversteer there. That's alright. Help me turn the car in. Ah, I didn't do great there. Oh, touch of oversteer. Oh, come on. Come on. Ah! Just made it. Woo. One 159.8.
Personal fastest lap.
Did I push a little bit too hard? Maybe. But I'm still up. We can do it.
Right lane, 5 minutes.
Ah!
Stay focused.
Oh! Good, good, good. Ah! Actually, should not have geared up there. Didn't lose too much time there. Come on, rubber ducky! Woohoo! Woohoo! 158.8. Faster than the Porsche! Wasn't too bad through that corner, but this is the corner I need to be better at. I always tend to oversteer a little. I was too slow that time. I actually lost time. Lost about 0.3 of a second then. Even though it looked cleaner. Oh! I cut that a little too much. Oh! Identical lap time. 158.8. Not gonna lie, overdid that. Probably overdid that too. I am kind of driving this a little more to the limits than I would like. I lost it. Lost it again. I lost 0.4 of a second that time. Terrible. I'm getting worse. Oh, I thought I could gain that back there. Turns out I can't. $159.2. Going for my 6th lap. Just like the Porsche. Let's see what I can do here again. Not much. Not much. Lost 0.3. Didn't get the car turned in enough. I'm gonna lose down this straight. Oh.
Session.
159.3. What's my session time? What's my session time? 11:57.168 compared to the Porsche 11:59.109 on 6 laps. And a faster lap time as well. Woo! That is the fastest I've gone around here in a hot stint. I know there's a bit more time in that too, actually. Impact is when I was doing that setup. I did a 158.118. Obviously, I wasn't pushing quite as much because this is a hot stint. I wasn't hot lapping like I was in practice. So the question now is just how comparable that is to the Porsche. I know some of you might say out there that, hey, you've got a custom setup on this Lexus, and if you did the same to the Porsche, then you'll get the same amount of lap time in return. And that is not actually the case. So I actually did a little bit of testing with this, and I didn't really seem to go much faster, and that's because the Porsche was already to my liking, and it handled pretty much the way I wanted it to. Could I get a little bit more out of the Porsche if I wanted to? Probably. But I can also do that on the Lexus. I can get more out of the Lexus if I wanted to. The Lexus is just what was a pretty basic setup without too much nitty gritty, no suspension or anything, no caster adjustments. I could fine tune the aero a bit more. I think the tyre pressures were pretty much spot on. We were running between 27.5 and 28 psi. The reason the Lexus was so slow before is with the safe setup, the tyre pressures were just too low in the factory setup, and pretty much the moment you adjust them up, then all of a sudden the car had a ton more grip, and in my testing I was still doing about 2 minutes with just tyre pressures. And then with a change of aero balance a little bit, then we pulled that down about a second. The car had way too much rear wing in my opinion. So I actually think this time is properly comparable to the ones that I did in my last video of the GT3 cars at this circuit in this game. But does that mean my last video was inaccurate? No, not necessarily. So if you're going into a fixed setup kind of race, and you can only use the fixed setup, that is the legit pace of them on the fixed setup at that track. However, if you want to know the genuine car pace and what it's capable of with all setups being kind of equal, which the fixed setups in my opinion are not, then this is actually more accurate. Could I go back soon and potentially do another video with more setups in line with proper tyre pressures, with cars comfortable, which one's faster? Yes. Do you want that? Don't know. Will I do it anyway? Maybe. At the end of the day, it's just a bit of fun. And I just want to do it, really. Bit of fun. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, everybody. Hit that like button if you liked it. Subscribe for more videos. Maybe like this one, maybe not. And I'll see you in the next video.